So way back when, it was 2011, we were still using dial-up, and I had an onion tied to my belt, as was the custom back then. And
you had a little bit more hair too.
Yeah,
a lot more.
I blame Tim for this.
Me, you and me both.
Yep. So
there's like fireworks going off on your hair. Go ahead.
Here, I'll fix that. That better? Because we're celebrating.
We are.
So we hung out on Google Hangouts just because I'd known Tim through the Twitterverse because he was stalking me. I don't know why, but it was a little awkward.
As we all do.
And so we started talking, and then he got the idea of, ooh, I should record this. So he then did that.
Now, who else was on that? Hang on. Who else was on that? It wasn't just you and me.
It was Uncle Richie.
There we go. Rich Fregosa from San Francisco.
Yep. And about 2 weeks later, Rich was in New York working on a project for a major hotel company. And my former company was there as well, working on the same project. And I get a phone call on one ear from my company going, hey, do you know about this? And at the exact same time, Uncle Richie calls my cell phone and goes, hey, can you help me out with this? And I literally went, are you standing across from Michael? And he goes, yeah, how do you know? He's on the other phone. And that's when Richie and I decided AVNation was going to be the world domination that it's become. And then we brought Matt in to make it. It was just how cool Uncle Richie is.
That's true.
We brought Matt in because, well, back then he had good hair. And then Shrago joined the band as our editor and chief Tim Wrangler, which was pretty impressive. And he did a lot of really good writing stuff for us. He did stuff ranging from the 31 for 31 in October as in support of the Infocom event back then. He also,
oh my God, that first month was hilarious.
Oh God, yeah.
I wrote 19 blogs because we decided to start it on October 2nd.
Yeah, that's okay. But we ghost, and then Josh stuck around and he started fixing Tim's grammar. And after a couple of years of that, Josh decided law school would be easier.
This is accurate.
Notice he has the degree behind him. Everyone say congratulations to Josh.
Congratulations, Josh.
Congratulations, Josh.
Can you help us when we get arrested?
I wouldn't rely on me for criminal law matters, but I might know people.
I would deny knowing Josh if I got arrested. Just saying.
Yeah. If, as I've said to anybody, if it involves litigation and I'm your lawyer, you've chosen very poorly.
Good to know.
I chose very poorly then a long time ago.
And
well,
then
you're not getting sued.
Yet.
It's still under embargo.
I'm saving that one for the 501st, like 501 genes. So after Josh was done wrangling Tim's editing, AVNation started appearing at various trade shows, such as our first show at Infocom in Las Vegas, where we sat on not Vegas. Was it Orlando?
Orlando was our first one.
Oh,
where we had the room that was so far away.
That was Orlando.
It was that was a mile and a half.
That was Orlando. It was in Tampa.
Yeah.
That was the
and
joke.
We met the guy who created the beam mobility thing.
Yeah, he was employee like 10 at Google.
Yeah. And we met the woman who was responsible for Gorilla Glass for Corning. And she made the mistake of letting me try to break Gorilla Glass. And it didn't work. I tried.
No, he broke his moleskin.
Yeah, I dented my moleskin.
Oh wow.
So let's see. Then after that, we decided we should try to get a show floor closer. So then when we went to Vegas, our room was only in Henderson. It was a lot closer, at least. And then we did our first tweet up. And the first tweet up was when we went, That
was also in Orlando.
I know, but that was Linda's tweet up at the bar. This was the one that we actually hosted.
No, our first tweet up was also in Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah, that was where I met George Tucker for the first time.
Yeah.
So
are you just going to go through all of our milestones over the last 10 years?
Why not? Why not?
Sure. And then after the tweet up and Tim went, we're going to run out of booze. We're going to need a bigger appetizer tray. We decided we should charge money. So we got underwriters to help us do this stuff. We also crowdsourced the first AVNation to ISE, which was Chris Netto. Matt, I believe, went. I know Tim was there to the first ISE, and I'm trying to remember if Bill was there also.
Bill, Tucker, Netto, and me.
Yeah. So that was a big one. And that was when they learned don't let Tim pick the hotels. But that's a whole nother story. We'll just move on from that. And then after that.
That's when I first remember AVNations was at ISE, and I was at Listen Technologies, and George Tucker comes over. I've got this little kind of small booth, and
we're so sorry.
That's what I remember.
You had to deal with George on that one.
Matt?
We're so sorry.
No, we like George. We have to like George for like another 30 days, Matt. Be nice.
Max.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
My mistake.
And then after that, we decided, Bradford doesn't have enough stress in his life. So we're going to update the website, at which point Timgineering and Timgrade became a verb. And I had to fix the website while changing planes in Chicago O'Hare. I remember that. And then after we survived that, we had to cut back on Matt Scott's hair gel. But we then brought Tim on as the first full-time employee, at which point all of us kind of went, uh-oh, this is serious now. And
the
then
hair gel budget alone paid for that salary, so you're fine.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh boy, howdy. And then we got a couple more employees. Like Mitchell was the second employee, and we kept him around. Then I don't know why. We kept going and going. We got bigger. Then the pandemic came. Josh abandoned us before the pandemic because he wanted to go to law school. I got hired by a company with an NDA that made it so I couldn't talk to anyone. And I still have to deny that.
The best 2 years of our life.
Yes, it was. Yeah. And then we decided to sell the company. And that's where we are. And now we're here at episode 500. And we're almost on time. Oh, and Tim and I restarted Project Bradford. So now I also have a podcast to try to catch up to you guys with. And
he's on
I
episode
started
4.
a company. Matt's, got his company. It's pretty cool. Josh is looking for a job. So if you know anyone who needs intellectual property, and technology, theory, Josh is your guy.
Technically, I have awards for those things.
He was even read into the Congressional Record last week on his first big treatise.
I haven't figured out if I'm in the record yet, but I've been watching a lot of congressional hearings to find out.
Oh, but he has a record, so
Yeah.
But
technically, I don't. But
Josh, I still have that photo archived somewhere for someday using it of you in front of the FCC.
Oh, I know you still have that photo, both the one that was used and is easily Googleable, and the one that I forbid you to show.
Yes.
Oh, I know that one. All of us have a picture of